Hello. Today is the 22nd of January, 2026. And I think this is video 5 or 6, something like that. A Mystic Shares, I guess we could call it tonight. I've been drawn back into working in the workaday world, working now 5 days a week. And I've had some other issues coming up with my health that I'm having to deal with. So I think my uh, the time to be able to give spiritual answers to many spiritual questions that are given to me. Um, I think I better start making shorter uh, timed videos, so they won't be as long, and that way I'll get more in instead of just having one big long one that covers maybe 2 or 3 subjects. Um, this came to me this last 2 weeks in our study group that where we read from Joel's books, and then we share spiritual concepts that are given to us in the meeting. And I can't remember exactly how it was phrased to be so I could put it in here. Um, so we'll just say, could you tell see the seeker comes to one who has seen, one who has experienced, if you will, um, a, a a living Christian mystic. Um, and this would be the question: is can you tell us more about just exactly what this illusionary world is, and truly who's in it, and how are we participating with it on the human side as well as the soul side? So I had a phenomenal spirit filled movement, and I really don't even know how to put it to words. I don't think anyone will probably comprehend this. In other words, understand its meaning. Yeah, spiritually. Uh, I think it's maybe way, way before the time that people start to grasp this here in the illusion. So, but I, oh man, I have been instructed to get this thing out. So we're going to do it. Um, this all started back when we were reading this. Uh, let's see here. What book is this? Yeah, let me show you. Realization of Oneness, books falling apart, one that my mom had given me. And on page 21, under the chapter called Pure Being, right there, that's what I'm going to be talking about here. I'm going to read it, but you may get your own copy. You might wish to do so. We ran across this, and I read this book once, maybe twice in the last 30, 40 years. And I don't remember seeing this. I don't know. Maybe I was sleepy when I read this, when I went through this. On page 21, the paragraph that starts, when you pray for your enemies, you're praying for yourself. You are doing unto others as you would have others do unto you. And the reason is that the enemy is yourself. That's something we've heard forever, right? Nothing new. And I'm not being sarcastic there. I know I joke a lot, but not on that one. Therein is one of the great secrets of mysticism. And I think if you're watching this video, this is what you're seeking, is your illumination, your enlightenment. Here it comes. the 12 disciples of Jesus were not men. They were facets of his own consciousness. The Master embodied within himself the qualities of Peter, John, and Judas. Like it or not, this is the mystical truth. The 12 disciples of Jesus were not men. They were facets of his own consciousness. I had originally, when we read this, started to implement in my daily work for others, seeing other human beings as I would interact with my regular workaday world things, or pleasure, whatever, just about among people. I started looking to them as facets where my soul has asked them to enter my space, a physical third dimensional space, has asked them, and they've agreed to be close to me at this precise moment in time, whatever it is that I see them or touch them or hear them, whatever it might be. And they're doing this, and they're doing it to assist me. And there's a spiritual reason why they're assisting me and being in front of me. They're just not being in front of me. They are being there in front of me for a spiritual reason, even though I'm seeing a human reason, third dimensional people. And I went from that, this was maybe 6 months ago or so. I went from that to thinking, no, I am their facet. I am here strictly as their facet. I don't even exist. I'm the one they think they're seeing. And if they happen to know this human, they know him by the name of Dave Green, but I don't really exist other than for them. And my whole existence is for their benefit of their soul. And so I was being led to that. I have an overwhelming knowledge the other day that it's just not the 12 disciples of Jesus not being men, but everybody in this entire human experience is not men or women. Dogs, cats, elephants, giraffe, tiger, snake, scorpion, lizard, bird. This entire planet is my facet. You do not even exist. I have brought you into existence. I have created you trying to be a copycat of the Father. You don't exist. I think you exist. The human Dave thinks you exist, that you live at a certain address, you work at a certain place. But in reality, it's no different than the people that are in my human dreams when I'm sleeping at night. When I wake up in the morning, they're all gone. And whatever addresses they had in the dream, the nightly dream, no matter what they were doing in there, good, bad, indifferent, didn't matter. They really didn't exist. I created them in my dream. I created you to be self-expression. I created you for spiritual reasons. I started off creating for ego, for wrong reasons. It went bad. Then I came to be able to reason for myself what had gone wrong, that I had taken my inheritance and I had left my father's home. And now my facets and the life that I have, I'm feeding the swine, and the food I'm giving the swine looked pretty damn good to me. But then I remembered my father, and I remembered that I could turn around from here and head home, for the servants in my father's house eat better than what I'm feeding these swine. I will go ask my father if I can be a servant, that I'm going to give up my ego creating powers and do whatever he wants me to do in his universe. And I will never again want to leave home. And that's where I'm going. And and everything is okay. This is very deep. It sounds like, at first glance, it feels like it feels like a little bit of insanity. Better check this guy out a little. Does he got a fever? What's his what's his pulse? What's his oxygen saturation? All these things don't even really exist. They were a creation that I made for this little adventure that I took away from my father's home. And now I'm returning. And I'm not going to look back like Lot's wife on this. I'm done. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I want to go home. And so that came to me, and I want to leave it with you to take your time. It may take a long time, because the only way I can see it is you really don't exist. So why am I even making this tape other than to be teaching myself about all of you being my facets? And I had to first realize this, because each and every one of you is exactly as I read here. When you pray for your enemies or your friends or your family, you're praying for yourself. You're doing unto others as you would have others do unto you. Now, there may be others out there with facets like me that are creating on their own, that I'm not even part of that deal. But that's okay. There's a lot of souls. There's many mansions that we're all supposed to be occupying in our Father's kingdom. There's many mansions, but we left it. I left it. I got to start saying I left it, not we. I left it. Yeah. And I just created each and every one of you to help me along the way to figure it. I left it. It took all this time to get to this point that I left it. And it was me that spun the web. Oh, and what a great web I spun. You are doing unto others as you would have others do unto you. Have them, if I happen to be a facet in their spiritual, their human world, then so be it. And let them learn to dispel of this dream. And the reason is that your enemy is yourself. Therein is one of the greatest secrets of mysticism. Well, you wanted mysticism, Dave. You got it. You got it. Here it is. The 12 disciples of Jesus were not men. The spiritual friends that Dave Green knows were not men and women. They were facets of his own consciousness, and I could name them. Like it or not, this is the mystical truth. So we either believe Joel Goldsmith or we don't. And if we don't, we need to get a different path. But if we do believe Joel Goldsmith and that this is true, and we take it into spirit and ask for truth to be revealed here, is it true or is it false? What's the deal on these facets? I'm asking, what's the deal on me? Yeah, what's the deal on me? So this is a really big hurdle. I'm still kind of dealing with it myself, trying to realize that I created all this, and and then I realized how I could, kind of like the power of my human mind. I could, if I want to, I could recreate anything I want. I could make any kind of facet I want: rich, poor, healthy, sick, tall man, small man, one that speaks only Spanish, Portuguese, French, Russia, you name it, China, Chinese. Yeah, I could just change it all right now. But it's still going to be the same thing. They're the facets. Someone's at my front door. Hang on. Okay, thank you. I'm back. Okay, so the name of this tape really should be A Mystic Clarifies on the topic that you are not who you think you are, nor what he thinks you are. And within that, he is not who he thinks he is. So he must now decide, who is he and where does he belong and how does he get there, and then how will he stay there. I have never experienced such a mystical expression such as this whole topic. This totally has me blown away, really. And I understand if if it's just too much for you. Um, we'll let it rest. We'll let the spirit deal with it, but we got it out. Thank you for listening. May God's peace be with you.